Oh, I so feel you. As someone writing Twilight Princess fanfiction in 2023, I so feel you. Hello, fellow fic writers! Kudos for clicking on this video. My name is Cora and I'm here to help you write and post your dream fanfiction. So this video is a bit overdue. A while ago, I asked for some questions you'd like me to answer in a video, and you delivered. I smashed out a script and then my chronic headaches got in the way of me filming. At least it's here now. Let's jump into the first question from Tumblr. Anonymous asked, how do you think of a good title for your story? One that basically sums it up. My go-to? The premise. Name it after the premise. My current work in progress is a Twilight Princess fanfic about the light invading the Twilight realm, so I called it the Light Invasion. Identify that initial concept your story presents to the audience and name it after that. Another note, this may be unpopular, but your story's title doesn't need to be that deep or fancy. It just needs to be practical and easy to remember. I know some people think of titles as a hook for the story, but to me, that's what the summary is for. If you really want to add a bit more depth to your story's title, I'd recommend looking into common idioms and phrases and then adding some kind of twist to them. For example, there's a miraculous ladybug enemies to lovers fake dating AU that I haven't read yet called Dearly Despised. And that's such a fantastic title because not only does it sum up the premise, but it's a play on the common phrase, Dearly Beloved. You don't have to play on words or phrases to get a good title though. If you're a non-native English speaker, for example, wordplay in a foreign language is one of the most difficult things to master, so it's totally okay if you aren't at that level yet. You are still capable of coming up with excellent titles. Anonymous asked, I'm writing for a video game fandom. It's really niche. The fandom is alive with art, playthroughs, cosplays, and remaking food from the game, but when it comes to fanfic, it's dead. How do I write a good fanfic in a dead fandom? Oh, I so feel you. As someone writing Twilight Princess fanfiction in 2023, I so feel you. The best thing I ever did was join a Discord server for my fandom niche, which is one of the only places on the internet where this niche is consistently active. I've found plenty of wonderful readers in that community too. I recommend you either join a server for your niche fandom or start one yourself. You'll be able to gather people who still care about this thing, enjoy their fan content, and maybe introduce them to your work. Anonymous asked, what do you think about adding chapter art? I've seen some people say that adding art, at least to the middle of chapters, breaks their immersion or reading flow. But personally, I love it. Art is also a really great way to promote your fic. Visual media just captures our attention more, especially on social media. I know most of the fic I've read in the Miraculous Ladybug fandom was because I saw a piece of fan art about it on Tumblr. I also wouldn't have given Rise With Me an E-rated fic outside of my comfort zone a go if not for the beautiful illustrations by Roblaze on Tumblr. If you don't have much drawing skill, you can always commission an artist or even use Canva to create graphics, which is what I did for my fic. I even created a little book trailer. If you do add any kind of visuals to your fic, I strongly recommend that you add alt text. This is a written description of the image in question that will be displayed if the image cannot load or it's what would be read aloud by a screen reader, which is what blind and vision impaired fanfic readers use. I've linked a tutorial on how to add alt text in the description, as well as a video I made on how to make your fic more accessible to blind readers in general. Elegy on YouTube asks, do you write for perfection, for getting better at the craft, or do you write for fun? I do write to get better at the craft, but to me, getting better is fun. I like to challenge myself, make things I'm proud of, and make my readers feel things. My work doesn't need to be perfect to do that, but I still like to make it as good as I can without getting bogged down by perfectionism or the pressure to monetize my work, which is really common in every creative writing circle except for the ones focused on fanfic. Elegy also asked, any really unpopular fanfic opinions? I think this whole idea of never give unsolicited criticism on something someone does for free rule that is so pervasive in fandom is taken to unhealthy extremes to the point where people with valid points get shut down. There is at least one exception to this no criticism rule that should always stand. If your fanfiction has harmful depictions or stereotypes of a marginalized group, then members of that group should always be allowed to voice their criticisms or concerns. Whether you choose to heed their comments and change your fic is up to you, but the least you can do, the bare minimum, is to give them that platform in your comment section. Other readers can then read their criticisms and come to their own conclusions. Fandom culture can only become more inclusive if we let everyone have a voice, even if what they have to say might be hard to hear. I know this might not sound like an unpopular opinion, but it's one of those things that's far more popular to say than to live by. I have been that hypocrite, and sometimes I still am. That doesn't change the fact that in fandom, we all have a duty to prioritize marginalized voices over our own comfort. One more question from Elegy. Have you ever gotten demotivated from the lack of comments, and how did you move past it? Did you take a break, keep writing, change stories? If I post a chapter and get no comments on it, then yeah, I do get demotivated. It's hard to pour so much love and effort into something and post it online, only to hear nothing in return. The way I get over it is by having a backlog. I don't need comments to motivate me to write the next chapter because it's already written, and so is the chapter after that, and the chapter after that, and so on. As long as I keep publishing, the comments will return. Eventually. By the way, did you know I made a video all about how you can encourage more comments on your fanfiction? Give it a watch, and maybe like and comment too if you would be so kind. Thank you so much to everyone who sent in questions. There were too many for me to fit in this video, but I'm still so grateful for each one I received. If you have any you'd like answered, then please comment below or shoot me an ask on my Tumblr blog. Link is in the description. And that's the end of the video. Kudos for watching, kudos for liking, and extra kudos if you've subscribed and hit the bell for more dreamy fanfiction tips. I'll see you in my next video, but in the meantime, happy fic writing!